Hey friends, this is Eric. Welcome to Divine Conversations. Thank you so much for joining me. First and foremost, I want to let you know that there is some sort of work going on outside my apartment. I don't know if you can hear that. But if you can, please excuse the background noise. Anyway, so welcome. I'm going to be bringing you guys your messages for the zodiac signs. So this is for the fire signs. So my fellow fire brothers and sisters, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I am a Leo moon, so welcome. Thank you for joining me. And these are your messages for the first half of February, February 1st through the 15th. Yeah? So let's get into it. Let's have a little chat. What's going on with the fire signs, Spirit? First half of February, February 1st through the 15th. What's going on with us? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is going to be a freestyle reading, and as always, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you, and please leave what does not, yeah? Alright, Spirit. What's going on with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the first half of February? We do have Valentine's Day coming up, and I know that the Earth signs and the Water signs both had the Knight of Cups as their overall energy. So let's see what's going on with the fire signs. Spirit, for the first half of February, 1st through the 15th. Let's talk about it. One more shuffle, and then we'll cut the deck. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Your overall energy. Fire signs, your overall energy is the 7 of Cups. Now, already, this is making a bit of sense to me. Fire signs, we tend to be... we tend to get caught in the heat of passion, yeah, especially Sagittarius. But I know as a Leo moon, you know, my passions can be triggered by, you know, the slightest thing. In one moment I'm passionate about something, in another moment I'm passionate about something else. So, especially in light of Valentine's Day going on, this could symbolize, for some of you, there could be a plethora of options around you when it comes to dates or mates. And right away, I'm feeling I'm feeling called to caution people against indulging too much and getting lost in the options too much. Please be respectful of people and their bodies and their emotions. Please, I'm being guided to caution some of you to please not lead people on, knowing that they want more from you than you want more from them. Yeah, that's a really good way to rack up some negative karma. And in this sense, I don't mean like you would be punished for it. It's just that, you know, it's really just the law of cause and effect, or what goes around comes around. Yeah. So if you're putting out energy like that, you know, and treating people poorly, or not being conscious of, you know, of respecting others, that energy will come back to you and it won't be nice. In other cases, for some of the fire signs, there are choices in front of you. You're kind of like weeding through some choices of fulfillment. Some of you are dealing with, in the first half of the month, some of you are dealing with figuring out what it really is that will fulfill you. And this doesn't have to mean in a relationship. This can mean career-wise. I'm definitely getting that this has a lot to do with career for some of you fire signs. Yeah. So the overall energy for the first half of the month is the 7 of Cups. And I'm feeling like there is a choice that's to be made. Yeah. There is a choice that's going to need to be made. Okay. So let's move on. I'm pulling this is a freestyle reading, so I'm going to do 4 on the top, a row of 4 here with 2 cards each, and a row of 4 here on the bottom for 2 cards each, yeah? We have the 2 of Wands. Yes, absolutely. The 10 of Wands. The 3 of Pentacles. Judgment, Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, and I'm not reading reversals. I'm just going to pull on the energy of the card as a whole, and if something of like I say, a reversal type energy comes through, then I'll talk about it. But if a card comes up reversed, I am going to pull it upright. Eight of Swords and Knight of Wands. All right, so the first half of the story goes as follows. We are definitely, in many cases, for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we are definitely dealing with a choice that needs to be made. And you're definitely being presented with a bunch of different options that are helping you to iron out what exactly it is you want and what exactly is going to fulfill you. Again, this does not have to mean in a love relationship, a romantic relationship. This could mean with career. A lot of this is really coming to career for a lot of you. But in any event, it's something that you're passionate about. So here with the Two of Wands, you are choosing. You are deciding which path you want to take. Where do more of your passions lie? What are you most passionate about? What will be most fulfilling for you? What do you really want to pursue? Clarifying that, we have the Ten of Wands. So this absolutely speaks to what's going on here with the Seven of Cups. You've got all these options in front of you, and you're kind of burdened by it. And many of you are juggling a bunch of different things, and it's burdening you. You're at a point now where it's just like, I have got to let go of some of these wands because some of this is just not necessary. So yeah, you're fighting. So you're in the process, and what's going to facilitate you releasing these wands, these extra wands, releasing these burdens, is understanding what it is that's actually truly going to fulfill you. Because then once you do that, then you can take the steps to let go of the extra stuff that no longer serves you. Yeah. Moving to the next two cards, we have the Three of Pentacles and Judgment. So here, with the Three of Pentacles in this deck, I see someone who is mastering themselves, mastering their craft, mastering their art. This can speak to collaboration with others. But in this situation, with the overall theme of the Seven of Cups here, in finding what it is that is truly going to be fulfilling to you, the Three of Cups is talking about self-mastery. Okay? So in identifying or nailing down what it is actually going to fulfill you and what's not going to fulfill you, in taking that step and making that choice and releasing those burdens, you are on a process or on a path of self-mastery, fire signs. And that is being clarified and solidified by the Judgment card. You are feeling a calling. Many of you are feeling a calling to to step into a new role in your life, step into that which is truly what you want to be doing, stepping into the embodiment of who you are on a greater scale. The Judgment card really talks about being accepting the call of the universe, accepting the call of spirit, of the divine. And stepping into your true power, into your true self, into what truly resonates with you, what truly fulfills you. Yeah? Now, next we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups clarified by the Four of Cups. And here is where I think we're starting to break into more of a love situation. Well, okay, the beginning of the situation that we were talking about was more along the lines of career, right? And I was saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be a love situation, but but now as we move forward through the story, we're starting to get into a little bit of love. This is where love is starting to break in a little bit. Okay, it's still not all of the message, but here, for some of you that are dealing with this on a love side, on a love tip, you are being, number one, you may have options in different people that you may have been dating, and you are finally nailing down who it is you actually want to follow through with, pursue. Because in the situations where you do have multiple suitors, you're kind of overwhelmed, overburdened, and you really just kind of want to nail it down to that one person you can focus on and move forward with. And in that situation, Judgment is absolutely at call here, because In doing this, you're being called to master yourself more, to identify with yourself more, and to settle down more, right? You're being called to master yourself so that you can have a greater sense of security and stability. And within your love life, you are now dealing with the fact of, well, now three is a crowd. Yeah. Some of you, though, are kind of resisting this, I feel like, with the Four of Cups. You've been in this kind of party atmosphere. Some of you fire signs have been in this party atmosphere, have been pretty promiscuous, you could say. And I don't mean that in a judging way, it's just kind of a fact. You've been really playing the field a lot, I see, in this Three of Cups. And now the universe is starting to say to you, hey, it's time to settle down. The universe is trying to hand you this fourth cup so that you can have a solid emotional foundation. And some of you are kind of looking at that cup like, I don't know. I'm having too much fun back here with this Three of Cups. Like, look at all these women having so much fun. I mean, like, I just want to keep dancing with them. And the universe is kind of like, okay, well, time's almost up. Yeah? So in that situation, and especially in February, this is really the first half of February at least, this is kind of a prime time to do it because we've got Valentine's Day coming up. This is kind of like a month of love. Now, 2018 is a year of partnerships. So I feel like, in some cases, January has been a month where we've been identifying with the self, right? And it makes perfect sense. If you look into numerology, January is the first month of the year. So with the number one is very much about the self, right? When we get to number 2, February, that's when we get into partnerships. So now you spent January playing the field, doing your thing, partying, having fun, while, as a way of release, because you've been really working on yourself, right? But now you've got all these options in front of you, because as you've been working on yourself, you've had all these different things come up that you're now being faced with, and you have to choose which ones are going to be the most fulfilling for you. It can be kind of daunting, but at the same time, it's a really great place to be in. So now we're at the point where it's like, okay, party's almost over. We got to start settling down now. What do you truly want in a partnership? So in some cases for you fire signs, some of you are looking at this cup like, I don't really want to settle down yet. Others of you are like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm ready to kind of settle down now. So what is it that I want? Again, so in this sense, instead of you being the person that's looking at this cup kind of like, no, I don't want to yet, you're the one looking at this cup like, what does this cup truly symbolize for me? Again, we are in the Seven of Cups situation where we're saying, okay, which one of these cups is really right for me? Which one of these cups is going to fulfill me the most? Now, the final piece of the story on this first half of the column is the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Please excuse the pause. I'm channeling the message here. The Eight of Swords really speaks about getting stuck in your head. So some of you are getting stuck in your head about something. Some of you, and a lot of that has to do with this Four of Cups here that's being presented to you. It's like either you're refusing to budge. You're refusing to, in some senses, I'm getting you're refusing to grow up in a way. Like you kind of just want to stay. Hold on a second. You kind of just want to stay in this party atmosphere all the time. The song My Girl Wants to Party All the Time is coming up in my head. Like, you're refusing to see outside of it. You're refusing to see anything more of it. Or in some cases, some of you fire signs have been in this party atmosphere because you're afraid of love, because love has hurt you in the past, and you're all up in your head about it because you don't want to go back out there. You kind of just want to stay lost in the crowd. Because if you're lost in the crowd, nobody can really pick you out. Nobody can try and love you, and therefore you don't get hurt again. Some of you are afraid of somebody coming in real quick. Another fire sign maybe. Or somebody that's embodying a really fiery energy. Some of you are dealing with this situation right now, in which someone has come into your life and they came in all hot and heavy like the Knight of Wands, and you've been in that situation before, maybe in the past. You've heard about situations like that in the past, and so now it's got you all up in your head like, what do I do about this? Some of you are afraid of that because you've been hurt pretty badly by it, and that's why you don't want to kind of resurface. You want to stay lost in the crowd. Some of you may even be afraid to dive into the dating scene because you tend to be fiery like that. Like something ignites real quick and then it fizzles out and you're left feeling empty again. I mean, we are talking about the fire signs right now. And I know as a Leo moon, that happens to me every once in a while. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And I'm going to relate to y'all right now. I mean, other than the fact that I'm a Leo moon, like, I'm going to tell some of my story. Like, I'm back in the game, in the dating world, and I have actively kept myself out of the dating scene for certain reasons, but also because of the fact that I don't want to have to deal with this kind of energy, with this hookup culture, with the immediate lustful passion that once enacted on, it just fizzles out and you never hear from the person again. Like, I'm over that. I'm so over that scene, but I'm up in my head about it a lot of the time because I don't want to put myself back out there just to find myself back thrown on the floor again like someone's trash. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that we're trash, but that sometimes those kinds of situations, that's how it left me feeling. So I can only imagine that's how it's left other people feeling, right? But understand that if you are in this situation here right now, it is part of the process of identifying what it is you truly want. It is part of the process of this contemplation of this fourth cup, so that you can lay it down solid and foundationally, and then draw in a situation from there. Again, this doesn't have to be love. This could be a career. This could be friendships. This could really be anything that would bring you fulfillment in your life. Yeah? Okay, so next, we're going to do another line in the story here. We've got the King of Wands. So we're really showing up here, guys. I mean, King of Wands, this, either the King or the Queen of Wands, this symbolizes us, the fire signs, yeah? So we're showing up. Here we are. Fantastic. I love that. We've got the Three of Wands. Very interesting. We've got the King of Pentacles. So there is an earth sign involved in some cases here. The Three of Swords. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We've got the Tower. The King of Cups. Wow. Lots of kings here. The Page of Pentacles. And finally, the Seven of Swords. All right. So this part of the story is a little more daunting. This is for our first half of the month. Or is this the second half of the month? I just heard the second half of the month, but I'm really just, I asked for February 1st through the 15th. Interesting. Well, let's just talk about it. So we've got the King of Wands and the Three of Wands here. So in some situations, many of you have already identified what it is that you want, right? You are, you're passionate, and you're passionately waiting for your ship to come in. Either you're just sitting back, holding on to this passion, stoking the fire, making sure it's still burning and blazing, maybe even generating more, like letting it grow, letting it build. And at the same time, you're waiting for either your ship to come in, or your ship has come in and you're planning how to get to it, right? Because even though the ship has come in, you still got to get from the shore to the boat itself. Or the people from the boat have got to get to the shore. And that comes right after, or right under the Two of Wands. So that is really telling me that a lot of you have already been through this situation of where you've already identified what it is you are passionate about, where it is you want to go, how you want to pursue things, and you're moving forward with it. That's excellent. The next part here, we have the King of Pentacles. So you may have an earth sign that you're dealing with. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it's clarified by the Three of Swords. So there's some sort of third-party situation here. Or maybe there's some sort of heartbreak that you guys are going through. Some of you are going through with an earth sign. Now, just because it's a king doesn't mean it has to be a man. It could be a woman that embodies this masculine king energy. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. And underneath this Judgment card here, the Three of Pentacles with Judgment here, I'm getting a message that there's some sort of situation that you're being enlightened to, or you're being awakened to, and it's causing you to, again, question what it is you truly want. Maybe you've been in a relationship with with an earth sign, and maybe they have been unfaithful. Maybe they've cheated on you with somebody else, or they are separating from you somehow. They're emotionally cheating on you, if that's something you recognize. There's some sort of heartbreak associated with this person, and it's causing you not only to question what it is you truly want out of life, but it's also driving you to work on a little bit of self-mastery. Because in a sense, the Judgment card here is also making you aware of the fact that you didn't get there on your own. It was a two-way street. Like, you both had something to do with it, but at the same time, you as the individual that's now being awoken to the situation, you also played your role in it. So you're starting to say, okay, well, what can I do? How can I change myself up? How can I grow in order to not manifest something like this again? And that is absolutely leading into the next two cards here that we have. We have the Tower, and we have the King of Cups. Now, this absolutely could mean, on the surface, the first thing I'm getting is some sort of water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio has come in and shaken things up for you, for some of you. For some of you, this... now, it doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be someone that is very emotional. Someone that is, that can have some really serious emotions. It could be a situation where, if, like, say, the King of Cups were reversed, they're really emotionally manipulative, and they cannot control their emotions. They tend to be promiscuous. They can be very mean and nasty, and just like almost won't even let you get a word in edgewise. They'll do everything they can to just like get a rise out of you and just push your buttons. And so this Tower situation is absolutely resonating with this whole realization. Something has gone on in some relationship where the Tower just came in and was like, and illuminated everything around the relationship with this person. Like, so leading back to the Three of Swords here, they may have been very physically stable, right? Whether that be with finances, whether that be with like a home situation or whatnot. There was some sort of stability here physically, but emotionally there wasn't. And in many cases, some of you that are resonating with this part of the message here, you were kind of blind to it, blinding yourself to it even in some cases. And so now the Tower came around and said, hello, wake up, right? In other situations, going back to what the message here in the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups, some of you not wanting to come out of this party atmosphere, this swimming in the soup of people because you don't want to surface because for whatever reason, and now the universe is handing you this cup saying it's time to move forward, it's time to grow, it's time to expand, it's time to settle down. You are, in some cases, some of you that are resisting this energy are now having to deal with a Tower moment. And you're starting to see how you've kind of been like emotionally unstable. You've been a King of Cups in reverse. You've been promiscuous. You've been emotionally unavailable. You've been manipulative. You've used people for your own benefit instead of Instead of mutually loving someone, you have held back your love from someone. You have manipulated people using love. Yeah, and so now you're being faced with a tower situation, being like, look, you can't do that anymore. You gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. And finally, we have the Page of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Already, at first, I'm thinking somebody's been lying. Messages have been sent. Messages are being sent and received received by the Page of Pentacles, but they haven't been completely truthful. Someone's been trying to get over on someone else, in the physical sense. Now, this is also so the pages are about messages. I also look at the pages as sometimes emotional or immaturity, like the stages of maturation. Yes. So if you're a page, you're on the lower end of the spectrum. You're very new to a situation. You don't have much footing. You're still trying to learn. So in the Page of Pentacles sense, some of you may have been in a really, like in a beginning stage of something, whether that be career. Maybe some of you have been trying to build a relationship with someone, and they just haven't been truthful or honest with you, or you haven't been truthful and honest with them. That could be leading back to your tower moment. Maybe if some of you were dating someone and they were, really being dishonest with you, the tower came around and said, hey, this is what's really going on. And I'm picking up that for some of you, this is a central theme. You've been attracting people, mates that have been treating you poorly, have been being dishonest with you, have been using you in ways for their own fulfillment and leaving you high and dry. And this tower moment is allowing you to realize what's going on here, and is now giving you a chance to really choose what it is you want to. What it is you really want, what it is will really fulfill you. And also it's showing you the ways that in the Judgment card here with the Three of Pentacles, it's showing you the ways that you have attracted these things to yourself, and is giving you the chance to fix that and heal that part of you, so that you can step into your true power, your true sense of self, and you can really attract what it is you truly want. Yeah. So that seems about right. That's the message for the fire signs for the first half of February. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't be afraid of this tower moment, because in most cases, I'm feeling like this is, usually in all cases, tower moments, whether they're rough, on the rougher edge of this end of the spectrum or not, they are always good moments, because a tower moment is literally just a moment of illumination. It's showing you the places that need to be fixed. And sometimes that's hard, and sometimes that's hard to understand or face. But at the same time, it always leads to the opportunity to generate a better outcome in the future. So please don't be afraid of that. And this is not a tower moment where I'm kind of being like, oh, guys, come on. Like, really? No, this is actually a really, really good tower moment, especially for those of you who have been in these cycles of manipulation. Because some of you have really been attracting these people that just come in and out of your life without any real regards to how it affects you, but at the same time, and you're up in your head about it, you're afraid about it, you're very much blinding yourself. You don't want to really look at it because you don't want to face the truth that's within you. And the only way that you can stop attracting these situations is if you do face what's the truth that's in you. And you fix it, and you literally unblindfold yourself and cut the chains off and move out of this precarious situation. Yeah, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to ask me a specific question, you can hit me up on Instant Go. If you want to do a in-depth reading, if some of this information has been triggering or has resonated with you really strongly and you want to go deeper into it, please hit me up. All of the information is in the description box down below, and if you'd like to make a donation to the channel, I would really appreciate that. Again, information is in the description box below. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak with you soon. Bye.